Me?
Okay, good. How's your Saturday so far?
Today, I had volleyball practice of junior high school. So I coach.
Uh, how many hours did you practice
Uh,
today?
Today, nearly 4 hours.
4 hours? Oh,
Yes, too long.
that's
Yeah. I,
good exercise.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay, especially for your team,
yes.
right? Okay, how about tomorrow? Do you need to work tomorrow?
Tomorrow is my day off. So, and I have the volleyball practice of my team. Yeah, I play
Uh-huh.
my play.
Okay. Oh, that's a kind of productive day for you.
Yes, yes, yes. That's right.
Yep. Right. Okay, because how about like your job like at the temple?
As a temple, yes, temple work Monday and Wednesday in
Ah,
general.
Monday and Wednesday. It's like whole day, right? Whole day work.
Holiday, yeah, yes, a holiday work.
Okay, good. So, okay, you can just do your like time management also with your
Yes,
task.
managing my task. Yeah, correct.
Okay, good. So let's have the topic that you sent me. Why only 1 in 6 Japanese owns a passport, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you're surprised about this title?
Yes, yes. I a little bit surprised to know it.
Okay. Okay, but let's find out. Okay, let's
Okay.
tab here. Okay, here. First one, repeat after me factor.
Factor, factor.
Okay, good. Something that may cost, contribute to, influence something, etc.
Something that may cause, contribute to, influence something, etc.
Okay, good. The company looked at a number of factors to determine the world's safest airline.
The company looked to de- to
Hello?
determine, yeah, hello, factors to determine the world's safest airline. Okay,
Okay. Next, tourism.
tourism.
Okay, good. The business activity of providing accommodation, transport, etc. for people traveling to a place for pleasure.
The business activity of providing accommodation, transport, etc. for people traveling to a place for pleasure.
Okay, the new amusement park is expected to boost tourism in the region.
Hmm? Which one?
The new the new
Sorry.
amusement
New-
park is expected to boost tourism in the region.
The new amusement park is expected to boost tourism in the region. Mm, Okay.
Okay, good. Transportation.
Transportation.
Okay, good. The action of moving someone or something from one place to another or the process of being moved.
The action of moving someone or something to one place to another, or the process of being moved. Mm, that's good.
Okay, good. Singapore has one of the best public transportation systems in the world.
Singapore has one of the best public transportation systems in the world.
Okay, good. Realize.
Realize.
To understand the fact or situation sometimes suddenly.
To understand a fact or situation sometimes suddenly.
Okay, good. We debated the issue for a few hours before realizing we were never going to agree.
We debated the issue for a few hours before realizing we were never going to agree.
Okay,
Uh,
good. Generation.
generation.
Okay, all of the people who were born at about the same time, regarded as a group, one stage or step in a family's history.
Mm. All of the people who were born at about the same time regarded as a group, one stage or step in a family's history. Oh,
Okay, good. Greta Thunberg has helped inspire a whole generation of young activists.
Greta Thunberg has helped inspire a whole generation of young activists. Oh,
Okay, good. Boom.
boom, boom.
Okay. To experience a period of rapid growth or great wealth, continue.
Sorry. Okay. To experience a period of rapid growth or great wealth.
The building industry is booming for the first time in decades.
The building industry is booming for the first time in decades. Oh,
Okay, good. Do you have any questions about any words here?
okay, no questions. Okay,
Okay, so let's continue. I will read two paragraphs. Okay.
okay, please.
Why only 1 in 6 Japanese people own a passport? Data from the Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs shows that only 1 in 6 Japanese people own passports. According to the Global Passport Ranking, Japan has the second strongest passport in the world, after Singapore, which means Japanese passport holders can visit 190 countries without needing to get a visa.
Why only 1 in 6 Japanese people own a passport? Data from Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs shows that only 1 in 6 Japanese people own passports. According to the Global Passport Ranking, Japan has the second strongest passport in the world after Singapore, which means Japanese passport holders can visit 190 countries without needing to get a visa.
Despite this, just over 17% of Japanese people own a passport. This is much lower than 40% of people who own a passport in South Korea or the 50% who owned one in the US. One possible reason that fewer Japanese people own a passport is that travel is more expensive now. The weekend has made travel more costly, and prices in other countries keep increasing.
Despite this, just over 17% of Japanese people own a passport. This is much lower than the 40% of people who own a passport in South Korea, or the 50% who own one in the US. One possible reason that fewer Japanese people own a passport is that travel is more expensive now. The weekend has made travel more costly, and prices in other countries keeps increasing.
Okay, very good. Next, but money isn't the only factor. The percentage of Japanese people with passport has been decreasing over the years. In 2013, it was 24%, but by 2021, it was below 20%. Even after the coronavirus pandemic, the number has not increased. During the pandemic, the government held a Go To Travel campaign to help the tourism industry, covering up to 50% of cost for things like hotels and transportation. At this time, many people realized they could enjoy traveling inside Japan just as much as traveling abroad.
But money isn't the only factor. The percentage of Japanese people with passports has been decreasing over the year. In 2013, it was 24%. But by 2021, it was below 20%. Even after the coronavirus pandemic, the number has not increased. During the pandemic, the government held a Go to Travel campaign to help the tourism industry. covering up to 50% of costs for things like hotels and transportation. At that time, many people realized they could enjoy traveling inside Japan just as much as traveling abroad.
And with the cost of studying abroad increasing, younger generations in Japan are less interested in trying life abroad, especially compared to those in other Asian countries. According to the Institute of International Education, the number of Japanese students in US universities has dropped 22% compared to before the pandemic. At the same time, tourism in Japan is booming. In 2023, almost 37 million people visited, but only 13 million Japanese people travel abroad, about half the number before the pandemic.
And with the cost of studying abroad increasing, younger generations in Japan are less interested in trying life abroad, especially compared to those in other Asian countries. According to the Institute of International Education, the number of Japanese students in U.S. Universities has dropped 22% compared to before the pandemic. At the same time, tourism in Japan is booming. In 2023, almost 37 million people visited, but only 13 million Japanese people travel abroad, about half of the number before the pandemic. Um,
Okay, good. Questions?
okay, no questions.
Okay, so let's have here. Okay, how many countries can Japanese passport holder visit without needing a visa?
How many? Yeah, passport bit with needs. 190 countries. Uh, Japanese passport holders can go to 190 countries to visit.
Okay, okay, very
Uh,
good.
yeah.
Correct. Okay. Next, by how much has the number of Japanese students in the US dropped compared to before the pandemic?
22% decreased after the before the pandemic. Okay,
Before the pandemic.
pandemic. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Correct. Okay, questions
Mm. Okay. No. No
and
question.
so far. Okay, good. So let's have the next one. Okay. Um, how many Japanese people travel abroad in 2023?
2023. People. Mm, only 30 million Japanese people traveled abroad. Yeah, in 2023.
Okay, that's correct. Good. Questions?
Okay, no questions.
Okay. Good. So here, what are your thoughts on the fact that so few people in Japan own a passport?
Yes. I thought there are many more percentage of people have the passport. So, but so few people in Japan own passport. Yeah, a little bit surprised
Uh-uh.
to know it. So, why? I'm not sure in detail. But these days, Japanese yen became weaker and weaker
Mm-mm.
of the reason. So when we travel abroad, we spend a lot of money. We can buy such as souvenirs or eating at the restaurant. So expensive. So Japanese people don't want to go abroad and don't need such a passport. Is that okay?
Oh, correct. Don't
Mm,
need correct. It's true. Um, talking about that one too. Like it, especially as we mentioned, right? The yen, the
yeah,
currency of yen has like a big impact too,
yes, yes.
right?
I think so too. Yeah, I don't want to go abroad now.
You
Before,
don't want to go abroad.
yeah, because it's weaker and weaker. So,
Weaker and weaker.
yen. Yeah.
Oh, correct. It's true.
Mm,
It's weaker and weaker.
mm.
I do understand also. Like, when was the last time?
Last time I went to United States, 2017, about
Uh,
7 years ago. Yeah, when I retired my Osaka City government subways transportation system. Yeah, at that time.
that's the last one.
Last one, yeah. After that, we had the corona pandemic, so I couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, just work and work and work.
Just work and work and work.
Yes, that's why.
Correct. It's true. Just depends, right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Next, let's have. But wait, do you have any plans to go abroad? This
Ah, now I have no plan. Yeah,
now
uh,
you don't have any
yeah.
plans.
Any plans now? But if
Correct.
possible, yeah, I wanna go abroad, Cebu or United States again,
United States
or Cebu.
or
Yeah,
Cebu?
I wanna go.
Oh, correct. It's true. It's
Yeah.
just like kinda. It depends if you want to kinda do it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, let's have here. Does it surprise you that the percentage of passport holders in Japan is so much lower than in South Korea or the US?
Yes. Yes, it does. Because Japanese people want to go to other countries so much. So people need a passport. I thought Japanese passport holders uh, percentage is higher than other countries like South Korea or United States, US.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm,
South Korea or US,
mm.
right?
Yeah.
Do you have a current passport?
Yes, 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 yes.
Correct. Okay. Um, here last time you mentioned also.
Yes.
But in Japan, for Japanese people, before, what
Before?
are the countries like kind of famous?
Mm, what do you mean? Mm,
Which country is quite famous?
For Japanese?
Yes.
Ah, these Asian countries, Korea or Indonesia or Philippines, I think.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's much cheaper than Europe or United States. Yeah,
Or United States.
yeah.
Okay, good. Correct. Next, let's have here. Um, but are you surprised that Japan is becoming famous also with people from abroad, like a tourist?
Tourists, yeah.
Hmm?
One more. Three.
Are you kind of surprised that in Japan there are many tourists from abroad?
Mm, Japanese people travel abroad.
No, 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 no. Are you surprised, these days in Japan, that many tourists from abroad
Ah,
travel in your country?
yes, yes, yes. Now we have the over tourism, especially like Kyoto, Tokyo, like that's major cities with
Mm-mm-hmm.
over tourism. So many, I can see the many foreigners, especially Chinese or American or European people. Yeah, I can see
Mm-hmm.
uh, in such famous places. Yeah, popular
Mm-hmm.
places. Yeah, that's true. We can see.
You can see
Yeah, easily everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. It's true. It just depends, I guess. Okay,
Mm-mm.
but what nationalities you can really see in Japan right now, like traveling?
Of course, China is top, I think. Yeah, Chinese people,
Chinese.
Chinese,
What?
yes.
Why Japan is quite famous for Japanese? Chinese, I mean.
Yes, I think it's a very, very close country, neighbors country. So,
Mm-hmm.
and the yen became weaker and weaker. So, most of the Chinese uh, buy the Japanese product so much.
Japanese.
Mm.
Okay, I see. Japanese products.
Is a very, very high quality. That's why.
High quality.
Mm.
That's why. Okay, good. Correct. It's true. I've heard also, like, for example, even mask.
Even
Some people, yeah, some Chinese people kind of hoard mask in
mm,
Japan. I'm from Japan because the quality,
for
cosmetics too,
cosmetic too. Yes, that's right.
right? Cosmetic is also famous.
Cosmetics and electrical products, devices like that.
Okay,
Mm.
okay, very good. Happy to hear that. Okay, that's good. Questions about this topic, Mr. Marky?
Okay, no questions. Thank you so much. Yep.
Okay, thank you also for having this class and have a nice weekend, by the way.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you. See ya.